Nimadongama Atong Bajudarang. Welcome to another Atong grammar lesson. Today we are going to talk about aspect part 1, the meaningful part A. Listen to part of the story about the Ha'ba as told by Mr. Negverson M. Sangma from Badri Maidugatam. Notice that all the main verbs end in the meaningful part A. While listening, try to answer this question. When do all the activities talked about in the story take place? Is it in the past, the present, or the future maybe?
Haskaba ha hau chenga umungsa ha umungsa wacham tana umungdo masda somajangti sawaisa ha khamtido khennanangcha ha khamtachidok ha khenchenga ha khenmanomungsa maisi kita umung abongdrang chala datjangdrang chala kemungsa Salmanwa matsutamungsa maikai chenga maikai manomungsa hajagara kama.
So, when do all the activities talked about in the story take place? No time is indicated. A better question would be, how are all the activities done? It is a story about things that are usually or always done like that. So, in Atong, there is a meaningful part A, which is called Customary Aspect. It indicates that something usually or always happens or happened. Listen again to the story of Mr. Negverson M. Sangma from Badri Maidugatam and notice the meaningful part A indicating the customary aspect.
Haskaba ha hau chenga umungsa ha umungsa wacham tana umungdo masda somajangti sawaisa ha khamtido khennanangcha ha khamtachidok ha khenchenga ha khenmanomungsa maisi kita umung abongdrang chala datjangdrang chala kemungsa Salmanwa matsutamungsa maikai chenga maikai manomungsa hajagara kama.
When something used to happen in the past, the customary aspect can also be used. Now listen to the first sentence from the story Waikurta, as told by Mr. Genda Ermarak in Siju. Notice the use of the customary aspect A on the verb mania at the end of the sentence.
Ning songserek do, ning atong do, dakang do, mameng toromau, niwami somachi do, wayao mania.
How do we know that this sentence tells us about the past? Because of the word dakangdo, which means in the past. The verb mania does not indicate past tense. Only the word dakang tells us that this sentence is about the past. The meaningful part a on the verb mania tells us how the activity was done. In the past, the Atongs used to worship spirits.
ning songserekdo ning atongdo dakangdo mameng toromau ni ami somachido wayao mania.
Here is another example of the use of the customary aspect a in the opening of a story told by Mr. Samrat Enmarak in Siju. Notice that there is no time indication in these sentences. This story could just as well be about the past as about the present.
Nai no koltanga ba aro kanu koltanga ba narumo uche kanu koltanga ba do sanan dabat warisang dingare sanar engno manoro.
Also notice that the speaker emphasizes that the man in the story goes to set fish traps usually, not always, by adding the meaningful part rong, which means usually, to the verb reingronga. Because there is no indication of the time that this story happened, meaning in the past, present or future, when we translate this into English, it can equally well be translated using the past or present tense. Unfortunately, in English, tense cannot be left unexpressed, like in Atong.
Nai no koltanga ba aro kanu koltanga ba narumo uche kanu koltanga ba do sanan dabat warisang dingare sanar engno manoro.
Now when we translate this into English, we can get there are or were a mother-in-law and a son-in-law. Then the son-in-law usually goes or went to Dabatwari every day to set fish traps. We notice that the present tense and the past tense are equally suitable for this translation. In English, we need to choose a tense when we speak, present or past. In Atong, there is no tense. When something happened can be made clear by the context. Context means any information in the text, such as time words, or knowledge about the situation, which can help to determine when something happened, happens, or will happen, in the past, the present, or future. When speaking Atong, the verb in the sentence does not tell the listener when something happens or happened, like in English. In Atong, the verb can indicate how something happens. In this lesson, we have seen that this can be done with the meaningful part a, which indicates that something usually or always happens. So, in Atong, we have a customary aspect. This meaningful part has the form a. Its name is customary aspect, and its meaning, it indicates that something usually or always happens or happened. Let's do an exercise. The first exercise is find the a, the customary aspect meaningful part. Please get pen or pencil and paper ready. Exercise 1 Instructions. Listen to and read the text as told by Mrs. Jamila M. Sangma in Badri Maidugathum. Then, write down on your paper all the words which have the meaningful part a indicating customary aspect. The correct answers will be shown after the text is finished. Ready? Here we go.
Wada wa rung tak naisa. Hayang, paya ah. Wih, sang sai ro sangau. Ate kai sa nok chine dong achi, subulok na tak na. Ate kai mung do kagenek berengai sa. Hei, dau gurung para mengau semsang mengau. Raisa, wada wa rung tak naisa. Beringa. At kay mong bereng maman mo chido sibuloka. Chula chi bereng mo sibuloka. Ut kay sa man chido sa. Aro mantau sawai mo rasun haba mong rasun na pokay mo berenga. Jarut sawai mantau sawai mai cheng mung na la mung tik si berengai sa.
Exercise Jammo. Here come the correct answers.
Wada wa rung tak naisa. Hayang, paya ah. Wih, sang sai ro sangau. Ate kai sa nok chine dong achi, subulok na tak na. Ate kai mung do kagenek berengai sa. Hei, dau gurung para mengau semsang mengau. Raisa, wada wa rung tak naisa. Berenga. At kai mung bereng maman mo chido sibuloka. Chula chi bereng mo sibuloka. Ut kay sa man mo chido sa. Aro mantau sawai mo rasun haba mong rasun na pokay mo berenga. Jarut sawai mantau sawai mai cheng mung na la mung tik si berengai sa.
Let's give you another chance to find the meaningful part a by doing another exercise. Please keep your pen or pencil and paper ready. Instructions. Listen to and read the text as told by Mr. Rangsewa M. Sangma in Badri Rongdeng Hawaii. Write down on your paper all the words which have the meaningful part a indicating customary aspect. The answers will again be shown after the text is finished. Are you ready? Here we go.
Bakangmi, pisami, kamrangdo, yet karuhir, habeng haro, cisak rantak, badrijol, kecujol, gumukan, songsek, dong butung cido, plongen hansenga, duk baniwa, jogon lenga, waikuruta, kanna teka. Untuk kwacido gumukan badam do manesa kamesa pungci pakka rang ra rekra itiga batrang jasong cido jogon renga.
Exercise Jammo. Here come the correct answers.
Dakangmi, Pichami, Kamdangdo, Yet, Karuhir, Habeng, Haro, Chisak, Rantak, Badrijol, Kachijol, Gumukan, Songsek, Dongbutung Chido, Long and Hansenga, Dukbaniwa, Jogununga, Waikuruta, Kanna, Teka, Utukwachido Gumukan, Badamdo Manesa, Kamesat, Pungchi Paka, Rangra, Rekra, Itikabatrang, Zasongchido, Jogununga.
Grammar lesson jammo. Chaiga au metela. Senggabaganang chido ma atongba balna sekchido i video cha amachi ganangaba saiwami hapchi sayaribo. I video wa nemnu kai mung like button au sik dep khune. Walnam.